Hey, what's up guys? It's Alec here, and if you guys ever struggle with any kind of negative thoughts or negative thinking, don't worry, you're not alone. I have the same thing all the time, and I know everybody watching struggles with it as well. So stay tuned, get ready. We're going to be talking about reserving your right over your mind, over your thoughts, and how to combat that, and how to fight off these negative thoughts, how to fight off negative thinking. So guys, here's how it is. We're going to be talking about thoughts, we're going to be talking about ourselves, and I want us to put this in a different kind of picture. I want us to think of our bodies, I want us to think of ourselves as a restaurant. Okay? And I also want us to think about our thoughts as the customers to the restaurant. The customers to the restaurant. So we are the restaurant, the thoughts, any kind of thought is a customer. And if you guys ever see, have you guys ever seen those signs in stores or anything that says, "We reserve the right to refuse service to anyone"? See, just like that, sign says, "We reserve the right to refuse service to anyone." Now, I'm not talking about people, I'm talking about thoughts. We can choose what thoughts come, we get to choose what thoughts we serve. Now, I want you to realize that I did not say we get to choose what thoughts walk into our restaurant. We get to choose what thoughts that we serve. We don't get to choose what thoughts walk in. See, inside of each restaurant there's a table and there are seats. We get to choose what customers, what thoughts have a seat at the table. Boom. We get to choose what thoughts have a seat at the table. Now, for me, the thoughts that I want to have a seat at the table are the thoughts that bring me positivity, that bring me truth, that help me be a better person, that help me want to serve others, that help me spread some love. Guys, those are the thoughts that I want to have a seat at my table. Things that help me grow, things that help me get better, and things that help other people get better too. Those are the thoughts I want to have a seat at the table. See, we also get to choose who we serve. We reserve the right. We reserve the right to serve. So how do we choose who we serve? How do we choose who we serve? Well, this is how you can choose. You either give them service or you kick them out. You either give them service or you kick them out. See, these different thoughts are going to be walking into your restaurant saying, I'll have a double bacon cheeseburger. I'll have one of those. But is that a thought you want to be sitting at the table in your restaurant? If it's a thought that brings you down, if it's a thought that makes you jealous, if it's a thought that tries to bring others down, that tries to bring the energy down around you and just not let you succeed, thoughts of maybe comparing yourself to somebody else, thoughts of maybe thinking that you're not worthy, thoughts like that, that's probably not a thought that you want to have a seat at the table. Now, don't get me wrong, those thoughts may walk in, but you get to choose how you serve. Now, I'm not going to say it's super easy. I know it's rough, guys. I have them all the time. I know all of us have them all the time. But how do we fight them? How do we kick them out? You can either choose to give service or you can choose to kick them out. What does it look like to give service to a thought? It looks a little something like this. When you give service to a thought, you're doing what the thought is telling you to do. You're taking action on the thought. That's how you give service to it. Now, there are some negative thoughts that are going to walk into your restaurant and you won't give them service, you won't do them, but they're still lingering there, they're still there. And it's annoying and it sucks, and I know. But there's a way that people combat this. There's a way you can kick them out. Because when somebody doesn't want to leave the restaurant, sometimes you gotta call authorities, you gotta use force sometimes. I'm talking about thoughts here. You gotta force those thoughts out. Now, how do you kick out a thought? I can't punch it. You don't want to punch yourself? No, you don't want to do that. That just hurts you. How do you kick them out? Well, if giving service to a thought means you do what the thought's telling you, what does it look like to kick them out? Now, there's this thing called ERP. It's a technique that people with OCD use and people with anxiety may use to combat the negative thoughts. Now it's basically doing the complete opposite of what the thought is telling you. See, if somebody with OCD is afraid of germs, and they're afraid to touch somebody, to touch a doorknob, and you won't touch it. I used to do that all the time. I used to try and not touch the doorknob. I used to use paper towels, and it wasn't a huge thing, it was just a little thing. But in order for me to get past that, I would take my hand and I would actually rub the doorknob. You do the complete opposite of what the thought's trying to tell you, and that's how you kick them out. You just punch that thought in the face. So guys, now remember, I want us to know, your body is the restaurant. You get to choose who has a seat at the table. You get to choose who you serve, and you get to choose who you give the service to and how you kick them out. That's how you give service to a thought. That's how you kick out the thoughts. You do the complete opposite of what it tells you to do. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope this helped. If you find this helpful, go ahead and leave a comment down below. And when you comment, I want you to comment the things, some of the negative thoughts that you may have. See, having negative thoughts does not make you a bad person, but it gives you an opportunity to fight those thoughts. Negative thoughts don't make you a bad person. And if you do the complete opposite of those thoughts, it'll help you kick them out of your restaurant because they don't belong there. Comment below your negative thoughts and comment how you're going to kick those thoughts out of your restaurant. Guys, thanks for watching. Have an awesome rest of your day, and go ahead and share this with somebody else and subscribe to the channel.